the United Center, if you get there. Two of you have been there. How different is it to play not only the pressure, but to play in that specific arena on that ice? It's nothing like anybody plays on. Certainly nothing like the Edge.
It's fast. It's fast. It's smooth. The boards are as lively as you're ever going to see. You know, when we played there for, it was like, you know, we went out there and we had a game plan. You know, hit pucks off the board, see how quick the puck wraps around. Use the corners, see how it banks off certain corners. Use the glass because it has the seamless glass. So use certain glass. How to get obviously the bounces, and then tracking the puck. You know, trying to track the puck in the stadium when obviously it's not as filled. So there's going to be some empty seats, and all of a sudden that black puck goes in those empty seats. It's how do you track the puck and stuff.
For the goalies, it could be a challenge because it's not the same.
For sure.
It's not the same.
Dimensionally, it seems bigger even though it's the same. It just feels different. The pressure gets to you. Even, you know, one thing we had trouble with last year was when we took warm-ups was, you know, were our skates sharp enough? I mean, it seems like a weird thing, but, you know, the ice is so different.
Tell us about that. Why is the ice, these are all good skaters, why?
Well, if you have dull skates and you take that ice, it's a problem. And we had guys, you know, truthfully, in our locker room, we were stoning the living daylights out of our skates to make sure that we were sharp. It took us a period last year to adjust to it. Part of it, though, was the surrounding, the atmosphere, and the ice is certainly so much faster and so much better and cleaner that, you know, you got to get used to it.
Yeah, you don't see the bad bounces really that much, right? The ice is pretty,
it's
pretty
good ice.
clean. Yeah.
I think you also, it's like what we really got into it is we got into, was there a basketball game before? Was there a hockey game before? You know, we got into the conditions of the ice. I think what, you know, and Evan said, it's not just, it's the day. It's choreographed. You get there and you're choreographed. They tell you when to be ready and when to be this. And the TV timeouts. When, you know, if you don't know when they're coming, you know, we know when they're coming. What do you do during a TV timeout? Do you bring your team back to the bench? How do you work it? So it's such, if you've never been there before, it's hard to understand what really happens. Because the first time we were there, I was like, what's that red light going on? I mean, there's a TV timeout right now during our game. You don't know. And all of a sudden, made it there next year. Now all of a sudden, I understood. And now all of a sudden, you can understand and you can pass that along to your team.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's funny because the first TV timeout last year in the game, the ice crew came out.
That's what I was going to ask you. That's the last thing you need to see.
Are you kidding? All of a sudden, every eye went that direction, and I'm like, "Hey, I'm over here." You know, and you know what?
You mean they're not disciplined, these guys?
I mean, I look back at it; it was actually a really funny moment. But you know, it's just part of the whole.
Well, it's the shoveling technique. It's not the girls; it's the way they scoop up the.
Well, it's a good problem to have. Both you guys have experience.
The girls or the United
Center experience.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, I know you're all dying to be on that surface.
Sure.
And I congratulate you for what you've done this season. And you're three of the best coaches in the state. But it does come down to what the boys do, doesn't it? It always does. And so I look forward to seeing the competition start on March 3rd at the Edge. And good luck to all of you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.